Hello, hello, and welcome back to another new playthrough, this time with Gothic 2 Classic Edition. Not playing Night of the Raven, and pretty sure the audio got reset. Go a bit quieter, please. There we go. Did anything else get reset? Not really. Well, pretty sure I had this resolution higher, but maybe not. Anyway, Night of the... Well, Gothic 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and, well, kind of wanted to share it. Again, it's not going to be Night of the Raven, because my nostalgia boner is specifically for the original version, which is why I'm sharing it. But also, we played the first one, and it's been about at least a year since I did that. So, you know, seems about the right time to continue this. So, that being said, let's start.
A single prisoner altered the fate of hundreds, but he paid a high price for it. He defeated the Sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the Sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
Zarda's being a bro?
Finally. I've been trying to bring you here for days.
I felt like I spent 3 days lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. But enough of this. You're bound to get all your strength back.
At least we have enough time now. I did it. The Sleeper
Has been banned. You vanquished him, so much is true. But it's not within our power to stop the war that ensues now.
You're talking about the orcs?
I am talking about much more terrible creatures. With his final furious scream, the Sleeper has set into movement the armies of darkness. It was an order to all evil creatures, a word of power that they were all bound to obey. His last order was, "Come!" And they came, all of them, even the dragons.
Dragons?
They are creatures of an ancient power. I can sense their presence, even here. And they have gathered an entire army of lowly servant creatures around them.
Where's this army now?
The army is camped not far from here, in the Valley of Mines near Corinus, and they're getting ready to attack. We do not have much time left.
Alright, that's good to know. At least we did beat the Sleeper last time, or I guess we banned him. Poor guy, can never go to Twitch again. But yay, worse things arrive. Alright, well then, let's hurry to get out of here. Or, yeah?
Well, then let's hurry to get out of here.
If we flee now, then it's only to face the dragons later. With the help of the soldiers and the magicians who live around here, we can stop them before their army is completely formed. We're not going to get a better chance.
Good guy Zardas. He's kind of a necromancer, evil wizard. But gotta give it to the guy. He knows what's up and what to do.
What can we do?
This time we cannot handle it by ourselves. Only the power of Innos will help us against these dragons. A group of paladins is stationed in the city of Khorinis, not far from here. They possess a powerful artifact which could help us to defeat the dragons. They call it the Eye of Innos. You need to get hold of this artifact. Tell the paladins about the threat. You must convince their leader to support us.
And what exactly is the Eye of Innos?
What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
It's an amulet. Legend has it that Innos himself was poured part of his power into this amulet. It will restore some of your lost strength and help us defeat the dragons. It also has some other hidden powers. I shall tell you more about that once the amulet is yours.
And why would the paladins give me that?
Why would the paladins give me the Eye of Innos?
Because you are the one who is destined to wear it.
How can you claim to know that?
There are a number of reasons, the most important being you have defeated the Sleeper. If you weren't a favorite of the gods, you'd be dead by now.
Let's assume you're right and I'm destined to bear the Eye of Innos. How would the paladins know that's true?
The eye itself chooses the one who may wear it. Once you get hold of it and put it on, the paladins cannot doubt your words any longer.
Alright, apparently I forgot. I don't need to say the words before he says it anymore, because he does say it. Also, yeah, that checks out. In the first game we really weren't the chosen one, kind of. But now that we've beaten the Sleeper, yeah, that there's a good, point to be made that maybe the gods like us.
How can I get to the city?
Just follow the path from here through the mountains. The city is large. You cannot miss it, but watch out. The path to town is not without dangers, and you aren't nearly as strong as you once were.
I need weapons.
I can only give you whatever little I have here. Look around in my tower. Anything that looks useful to you, you can have.
I'll be on my way as fast as I can.
Good. And one more thing. Don't tell anyone that you've talked to me. Above all, don't tell any magician. Since I have gone into exile, the Circle of Fire has taken me for dead, and that's a good thing.
And we're in chapter 1. So, first, not a lot of changes in controls. Mouse, moving. There's a character sheet with all our levels, stats, and so on. I think we have less starting HP. I'm pretty sure we get more by the end. Various skills to the right. This time we can create runes and alchemize. Also forge weapons, which is kind of useless, but oh well. That gets more expanded more in, Night of the Raven. But first things first, yeah, we are here, and we're gonna start looting. Give me that potion. Ooh, a rune table. That's useless to us at this point. We also want to read all the books here, because they give us XP. It's not important what's in them. This just describes how to make healing potions. Doesn't actually give us the skill to make healing potions. Just tells me how it is done. Here's actually our first weapon, which is a shitty branch. By the way, backspace, at least for me, is the inventory. And it works about as well as last time. Though, it's easier to navigate because there's more space in it. Instead of, 2 rows? It's 4. So, it's easy to go left or right and find what you need to find. More potions. And I'm first and foremost going up here because there's a ton of books here. And I can read all of them for a little bit of XP. It's not that important. 25 XP really isn't that much. But it's still quite useful this early on. With this game, the main thing is that the early game's kind of really threatening to you. A lot of things are going to scare you at the early game. But kind of as soon as we leave chapter 1, as long as we don't play like an idiot, we are going to have it quite easy. That was all? That was all. Now we have a key here and a chest. Sorry if I walk into stuff from time to time. The game has pretty bad brightness levels, in my opinion. And I've set it to maximum brightness. And sometimes I have trouble seeing what the heck is going on when we're inside stuff. And it's kind of not lit well. That's why I sometimes like carrying torches everywhere I go. But oh well. Anyway, let me explain one more thing here. So, should I do it now? Sure. There are 3 real factions you can join this game. Kind of like the first game. The first game we had the camp. The old town. The new town. The new camp. And we had... what's it called? Oh, I'm trying to pick everything up here. That's, again, difficult to see. You know what? Let's just do this. Now everything is much more visible. And you had the swamp area. You kind of started as a melee dude in all of those, but you could become a caster. But at the same time, there's also not really that much of a specialization there. Like, for example, in Old Town, you kind of just could be a 2-hand wielder or one-hand wielder. Or you could just be, what's it called? Or you could just be a magician. And that's kind of true for all 3 of those locations. This time it's a bit different. There's 3 factions you can join. The Paladins, the Magicians, and the Mercenaries. Mercs are melee ranged. Paladins are kind of hybrid. Mages are, well, casters. That being said, we are out of here. And I was going to say one more thing. Unlike last game, damage calc is very interesting for this game. See how our strength is 10. And our weapon deals 10. That means, you would normally think, we either deal the weapon damage, or we deal like weapon damage plus strength. That's wrong. We actually deal, I believe, 2 damage per hit. Which is weapon damage plus strength divided by 20. However, see our one-handed skill that says rookie 10%. We have a 10% chance to deal full damage, which is 20. Which is essentially a crit. So the farther you go into the game, the more often you're going to deal more damage if you specialize in melee. So, for example, we could do really well and deal a shit ton of damage with that. Also, this is really just difficult to see on my screen. Give me a moment, I'm just gonna, you know, make my room darker. Alright, we're back. So, first thing we can do, we can go forward on this path, or we can go to our secret path. I'm gonna do the secret path, but first, let's beat the shit out of a wolf. Combat is as always. Early on, just kind of swinging. Wolves have drops, in this case, just meat. But instead of just going down, the path we really should be going down to, I'm going to go over here. Oh hey, there's a goblin here. Murder this goblin. Nice crit there.
Nothing
on him. Pick up the healing plants, because those are really good. And we're gonna go into this cave. This secret little alcove. Now, there are more goblins here. In this case, just one dude. I think there might be more behind, so I'm just gonna wait till he pulls and murder him. Easy.
Nothing to be had there.
And this cave leads to a bit of a weird location. I do want to pick up all these mushrooms, mainly because they're early healing items. But dark mushrooms in particular hold a really cool secret in the game, which I'm gonna mention later. Now this side should have like 3 goblins or something. Yeah. We can beat 3 goblins at this time, but it would be tough. Alright, we kind of pulled all 3 of them. So let me save in the last file. The top file being my test file. Okay, I'm trying to just pull one of these dudes. Come on. Nope, didn't quite work out. And I wasn't good enough. So these are just young goblins, so I should be able to just destroy them anyway. Nope. And that's why the game is quite lethal early on. So if that doesn't work, there's a second way I can deal with this. Well, that's the wrong save file. That's what I get for going for top first. Alright, back to here. So if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna do one of these. Good. Only one of them seems to see me. Perfect. Even better. Game. I think I've only pulled 2 of them. Perfect. I can deal with 2 of them. Especially when I crit one of them right away.
Nothing to be had there.
I am going to, well, cut out a lot of combat in the future. But since this is the first episode, you know, kind of matters. And this guy got stuck here, which is perfect.
Nothing there to plunder.
And geometry bug. Nice. Also, he got instant crit, so wow. We got lucky here. This is actually a really good location because it has a ton of money. 35 money. Well, a ton for the early game. I strongly recommend you guys go down here if you do this. Because there's a lot of good stuff here. Is that a better weapon? No, it's a worse weapon. Why would I ever need a 5-strength weapon when I'm a good old... when you start with 10? Really, game. Really. There's another cave right over here. With more enemies. That being, I think it's young field crawlers. Let me just grab these dark shrooms first. I'm not gonna fuck with them. Because they can somewhat easily murder me. Let me just eat a herb here. And I'd rather not get murdered. We could cheese them, because we have 2 fireball spells. But there's better uses for those 2. Like, really soon. So I'm just gonna skip them. Instead, if we keep down here, we find there's actually a whole secret valley down here. Which is cool. With more XP opportunities. Ooh, more herbs. And more loot. In particular, we're gonna get a decent weapon for the early game here. And by early game, I mean before we really get to the first town. And we're gonna get a good amount of money. But as you can hear, someone can see us here. There's also a fire there. But I can't see them because of the thick foliage. Where are you? Okay, I'm pulling him. Should be here. There he is. Young wolf. Please stop dodging. What a little ass. Keeps dodging. This valley pretty much only has young wolves, which is awesome for us. Because that means we have an opportunity to get a lot of money. However, somewhere in one of these corners, along this path, there is a leather satchel. Perfect. Where are you? Oh, there you are. And there's a second wolf behind as well, but he got stuck on a tree. So we just get to solo this guy and go. Most enemies, as long as you're fighting 1v1, are quite easy. Even those young field crawlers I was kind of wary of up top. I could probably solo if I'm doing a one-on-one fight. But the issue here... You're being loud, wow. The issue here is that there's 2 of them and they're always pulled together. I swear I heard another wolf. I swear I'm hearing another wolf. Is it not here? There it is. Oh, and our friend over there is found a wolf as well. Is
nothing to be had there.
Annoying part about this game is that if NPCs kill stuff for you, get a finishing blow, we don't get the XP for that, which really sucks. Is it a young bloodfly or an elder one? If it's an elder one, I'm screwed. Okay, it's small. And not an elder one exists, just a normal one. Annoying enemy, but easy enough to kill. And I really want to do this, because if we keep going here, I guess I should save. If we keep going here, let me see. We should find a rat. Oh, 2 rats. Hopefully I can only pull 1. 3 rats. Okay. It's young giant rats. We can definitely beat them. Nice level up. Because those are even weaker than the wolves. But still 3 against 1. Thankfully, easy enough. They give meat again. And we have leveled up, which is really good. Level ups give us 2 things. Max HP increases. We now have 52 HP. And we get 10 learning points, which we can spend on, well, upgrades. Anyway, the real reason I wanted to go here is I can have another leather satchel here. And further into this cave. Any second now, come on. Come on. Well, first I have to kill another young rat.
Nothing
We
to be
have
had
our
there.
rusty sword. Yep. And a grave of some dude. What's this dude called? Lothar. Rip Lothar. Anyway, rusty sword is great because it's a 15 damage weapon with 10 strength required. Which means it's an objective upgrade and sadly the best weapon until we reach the town. So, yeah. That's the main reason I wanted to go here. By the way, the leather satchels are coin bags. And we can get an extra 25 and 50 coins from this. Nice. 128 is actually a lot this early on. And very important that we are above the 100 threshold. In theory. You'll see what I mean by in theory. By the way, if you keep going here, we can find a person here.
Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Which is Lester. If you remember, Lester is one of our 4 bros from the first game. Lester, Milton, Gorn, and Diego.
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so.
What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master, they were all just empty husks.
And you? What about you?
It was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of fugitives and burn them all up in a giant cloud of fire. At that moment, I really thought a dragon had come to kill me.
Did you see anything else?
No, I took to my heels and ran.
How long have you been hiding out in this valley?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and there were only a few trees there. And when I looked the next morning, that tower was there. I could have sworn it wasn't there before. Since then, I haven't left the valley.
You mean Zardas's tower? I knew he was powerful, but creating a tower just like that...
Zardas the Necromancer? He lives in that tower? I don't know if I like that.
Don't worry, he's the one who rescued me from the Sleeper's Temple. He's on our side.
Yep, surprisingly our bro.
You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
I shouldn't say in the thick of it. Not yet.
Well, good. If it's so important, then I'll go see him. But not now. For the moment, I'm going to rest. I'm still exhausted after the escape from the penal colony. I think you've got big plans. I'll see you later at Zardas's.
Fair enough.
Hey!
Wasn't there one more thing to talk about?
What do you know about the area?
If you keep going down that way, you'll come to a farm. The city starts a little way beyond that, but be careful. There's not just wolves and rats hanging around here. There's goblins and bandits, too.
Good to know. And that's pretty much all for this valley. See you on top of it. Back all the way up again. And we're back. Is it just me or... Yeah. The buttons are used to, you know, adjust, what's it called? If I'm streaming, recording or not. Also change the draw distance. Fun. Oh well. Also, I'm sorry. It's 10 XP. The sheep has to die. Anyway, now that we're back here, we can keep going forward. This is where we killed that single wolf. And I believe up here we'll find a goblin? Question mark? Yep, 2 goblins. We have a better weapon, so these guys are easier to deal with. Still probably not the smart move to, you know, not give a crap and just go for it. But hey,
Nothing there.
it's a move I can do.
Nothing there.
There's nothing really special here. I think later there'll be something here, but there is some extra items here. I think there might be a potion hidden somewhere here. Oh, there's a scroll. Nice. Which one, actually? Firebolt. Excellent. That will be quite useful. Early on, scrolls that damage stuff are really nice, because you can cheese some harder enemies and get to better stuff. Speaking of, there's also a chest here, so let's just rob everything. Potions are always nice this early on. And anything else? Rusty axe. I'll take it. Now, I'm gonna just heal for no reason and make a save. And it has nothing to do with that guy up front. I swear. Why, hello, friend called Bandit.
Where do you come from?
I've come from the mountains.
Exactly. You come from the mountains, and that is bad for you. Very bad. They're looking for you. A whole bunch of evil guys. There's someone here you absolutely have to talk to. Follow me.
You're called Bandit. I think I'll do that later.
Maybe later.
There won't be a later for you, pal.
Yep. This guy wants to kill us. Thankfully, HP is low, and we can just kind of melee him to death. 50 XP though, and, he's carrying around a photo of us. Not bad. But we're gonna follow where he was leading us to anyway, and we're gonna equip the fire arrow spell. Why? Because otherwise, I don't like my chances. Let's just say that. So let's keep going. Ooh, dark mushroom. Because, as you can see here, there's 2 dudes here. And I'm going to cast fire arrow at one of them. Kill one of them. And even with that, we're kinda on low HP. And this guy is a bit tougher than the other bandits. But proper, what's it called? Blocking gets me there. And don't worry, these guys don't really have any dialogue worth noting. They do have this though. Stop all men who come from the mountains. If someone comes along the path, it'll probably be an old man. Don't let him fool you. He's a dangerous sorcerer. Keep an eye on him. It's possible the guy we're looking for will contact him. With the letter, I'm sending you 30 pieces of gold. I will give you another 30 to anyone who kills the man. Bring his head to the old mine near the landowner. D. So, someone near a mine, near a landowner, wants us dead. Cool. Well, thanks to that, we actually found a bed. Means we can sleep, in this case till next morning, and recover all HP. Hooray. Thankfully, time passing doesn't matter. We also have a bow here. Now, bows work a bit differently than weapons. They deal damage as the same way. So, I believe it's also bow damage plus dex damage, not divided. But your skill in bows, so bows and crossbows, determines how likely you are to hit the enemy. Depends on range. So with 10% chance, we're gonna have to be almost point blank to hit anyone. And that's not that great. But it should be our best damage option at this moment. Still, not a big fan of bows. Kinda takes a while to get good. As to what I am going to use in this playthrough, well, last time we were full melee, and I think this time I'm gonna enjoy myself a little spellcasting. Not hybrid, but full on. So, for those that know what that means, they know already where I'm gonna join. And here we are, at the end of the pass. Is there someone supposed to be right here? No? Maybe I'm thinking of something a bit further. Oh hey, a shrine. Let's just steal all the offerings of the shrine. That seems like an ethical thing to do. And do a little prayer. This does nothing in this version, but hey, you can still do it. And I think I'm gonna call it here. So, we finally went down the pass, met some old friends, and next time, I think we're gonna check out this farm we found on the way here. See you all then.